Well, boys and girls, it is that time of year, Sturgis 2025. And this year, I am rolling solo. All my buddies were busy. I do know some folks that are going to be out there, so we're going to hopefully meet up with them in a few days. I got the ST all loaded down, not as loaded as last year. Last year, I actually brought a bunch of stuff that I didn't need. So this year, streamlined a little bit, try to save a little weight and a little space. But yeah, really excited about this. So our first stop is going to be right on the Utah-Nevada line, hopefully. That's what we're shooting for today. It's about a 10-hour straight ride. It's going to take us probably about 12 with gas stops. But that should get us out of California and on our way. First gas stop, 133 miles, and she took 2.75 gallons. Not too bad. And if you're wondering what 115 bucks get you in West Wendover, right here, nice queen size, 2 queen size mattresses, pretty decent room, 115 bucks, decent. All right, guys, we are here in West Wendover. This is where I stayed the night last night. It's about 709 miles from my house, getting all loaded up, getting ready for day 2. If you don't have a set of these make traveling with your ST so much easier. Put all your stuff in there, and then you just pop that sucker in your bag. It really works better with 2 hands. Close it up, makes it real easy to take everything in the hotel. Well, I just fueled up in Wyoming and really started to come down, so I guess it's time to put on some rain gear. Oh yeah, all suited up just in time for the sun to come back out, but I saw a bunch more rain ahead, so might as well just get dressed now. What's up, guys? We made it to Rawlings, Wyoming. We're almost to Casper, and my buddy Rick hit me up yesterday actually and was like, hey, are you on the road to Sturgis? Because I'm going to Gillette, Wyoming, and I didn't realize Sturgis was going on, and we couldn't have planned it better. Rick is here.
2 dudes from Boulder Creek and
San Jose, just out on the road, and he was smart. He brought his bike with him in his van. He's going to pick his daughter up, so he couldn't ride the whole time, but he brought his bike. So are you ready for Sturgis, Rick?
I think so. I think it's gonna happen.
Are you are you a little nervous about being a BMW and a sea full of Harleys?
Well, you know, it takes all kinds. What am I gonna say?
Actually, last year I would say that BMW was the #2 brand at Sturgis. Well, maybe Indian and Beamer, but there was a lot of Beamers there.
I've heard every Harley owner's second bike is a BMW.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually the reason that Harley built the Pan America, because every Street Glide owner was going to BMW and buying a GS as well and adding it to the collection.
I believe that's what's in the truck.
Yeah, exactly. So
thank you, San Jose BMW.
Yeah, big shout out. All right, so yeah, we'll catch back up with Rick in Sturgis in a couple days, day or so.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering how far 115 bucks goes in Casper, Wyoming, get yourself a real nice room at the Best Western, bike parked right outside, and they even have a killer bar restaurant downstairs, and I had dinner there last night. It was awesome. Home sweet home. So just a couple blocks away from downtown, right there, I was cruising through and I found a sign, $25 tent parking. Not tent parking, tent camping. $25 tent camping. So I figured for tonight, being the first night, I should just jump on that. And then tomorrow, we'll figure out tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe going to the Buffalo Chip, I don't know. But yeah, 25 bucks, can't beat that. The towing companies are the real winners of Sturgis. Non-stop motorcycle towing. Gone to that one, huh? Check out this three-wheeler, guys. Oh my goodness. Wild thing.
I think it's going to be a Barry shoot. That's what I think.
But
You know the Sturgis Birdman's here. The Birdman. guys, just getting ready to get back on the road home from Sturgis. And I've stayed in some divey hotels in my day, but this one right here, I think is the diviest. It is like fully stucco. I don't even know where the walls really are. Everything's kind of rounded off. And it is just gnarly. Gnarly. Like really, who does that? No refrigerator, no microwave. $150. Broken air conditioning. Whoo! What's up, boys?
Hi, buddy.
Well, 3,000 plus miles later, we are back home in Boulder Creek, California. And man, Sturgis was an awesome time this year. And I didn't really talk about it in the beginning of the video, but this year was kind of different. I was on a little mission this year. One, I wanted to go solo, and two, I wanted to go on a budget. Last year, we went all out. We got a super nice Airbnb house, and it was a lot of fun, but it was thousands and thousands of dollars. So this year, I was like, you know what? I still want to go, but I need to be on a budget because I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life and a lot of motorcycle projects. So my goal this year was under $1,500, and I gotta say, kind of smashed that goal, even though I hardly roughed it, right? I got hotels on the way there. I got hotels on the way back. I did camp while I was there, and that was the best thing. As far as saving money, camping, $25 a night. The first night, I didn't know if I was gonna end up liking it or whatever, but it also hailed and rained the first night. And my tent structure, I ended up buying a tarp, which was the MVP of the trip, was going to Ace Hardware and getting a tarp and bungee cords. Thank God I did that. But I set up my tarp and all that, and I was completely dry through that storm. And I had so much fun being able to just walk to town. I ended up just staying at that spot the whole time because I couldn't beat the price and I couldn't beat the location. It was literally, I think, 2 blocks from town. Right down the road was the Gas Monkey Bar, and then you have the whole downtown strip. I did ride to the Buffalo Chip and Full Throttle like during the day, but come dinner time, I parked the bike and got on foot, and I was able to have a great time with no worries, because you do not mess around in Sturgis when it comes to parking your bike in places that you shouldn't. They will tow it like immediately. The tow companies in Sturgis are on a prowl. Like, they don't mess around. I'm sure they make a ton of money. So you don't park your bike where it doesn't belong. And you don't want to be partying on your bike anyways, regardless if you're in Sturgis or anywhere else. Just not safe. So parked the bike, got on foot, and I was able to go hit all the bars and all the restaurants and stuff, and just had a killer time. So as far as what I spent during the whole trip, I totaled it up, and it came out to $1,187.19, and that was hotels, gas stops, and food and drinks. And like I said, I did hotels on the way there. I ended up taking 3 days to get there, but I jammed back in 2. It's about 1,500 miles from my house, so the 2-day thing was a lot of fun. I did like 800 miles the first day and like 700 the second day. That was a ton of fun, just staying on the bike and ripping the whole time. The ST did phenomenal, as always. One thing I learned is the cruise control only lets you go up to 90 miles an hour. So if anyone knows like a software hack or whatever to get around that, not that I wanted to go much faster, but the speed limit's 80 or 85 out in like Wyoming and stuff. So Being able to go 95 would be nice. But other than that, the bike performed flawlessly. No complaints. I ended up weighing all my luggage and stuff. I had about 80 pounds total on it, and I was still getting ridiculously good gas mileage going 90 miles an hour. So I'm just so impressed with this bike. I just can't say enough. I love the thing. So yeah, if you're thinking about heading to Sturgis and you don't want to spend a ton of money, definitely camping in town or even at one of the campgrounds is the way to go. Everyone online talks about how Sturgis is just overpriced and crazy, and it also could be because I live in California where everything is just expensive. I didn't get that experience. Like, of course you can get into like little tourist trappy if you want to spend a ton of money, but you don't have to. There's a ton of options for food. Like I said, lodging, as far as tent camping, how could you get any cheaper than 25 bucks? And the place that I stayed, it wasn't just like a spot for your tent. It also had a bathroom with a shower, which is huge. Like 25 bucks a night, crazy. So you don't have to spend a bunch of money, although it is fun to. Last year, like I said, we did the whole Airbnb house and all that. It was a great time if you're going with a group, but if you're rolling out solo, man, it doesn't have to be like that. So yeah, Sturgis 2025, absolute blast. I had so much fun, and I can't wait to go again next year. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you guys are going next year, or if you just think, you know, it's better to sit on the couch and rot away because Sturgis was better in '69. Well, it's not 1969 anymore. Some of us have to get out there and have fun. All right, guys. See you on the next one.